All right, my students are working on quadratics right now, and one of the questions they got in their assignment today was asking them if they were dealing with a maximum or a minimum, and they should be able to determine that just by looking at the quadratic right away. I gave you 4 different quadratics here. I'm going to draw you some pictures to help you understand. Let's break this down. One thing you should already know is that quadratics, okay, we're always going to get a shape that either looks like this or like this. You should know the name of that shape. This is called a parabola. Parabolas can open up, making kind of like a U shape, or they can open down. I call that an umbrella shape. Okay, so how do we know if we're going to have something that's flipped upside down or if it's going to look like a U, which is a natural parabola? Okay, if you're dealing with the umbrella shape, your vertex would be considered a maximum. If you're dealing with a U shape, your vertex is going to be considered the minimum. It's the lowest point out of all of your dots on that quadratic. So you either have a low point or a high point, maximum versus a minimum. How do we determine what the shape's going to look like just by looking at the equation? It's actually quite simple. You only have to focus on one of the terms and one of the terms only. That's your A term. So one thing you should know is these equations are written as y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. So that front term, usually the front term, we can mix them up on you if we really want to challenge you, but that front term that has the x squared will be your A. Now, if your A is negative, you're going to get an umbrella shape. It's going to open downward. So I got a negative A, here I've got a positive A. If this gives me an umbrella shape because it's negative, this is positive, meaning this is going to be a U shape. U shapes, I have a minimum, so for this answer, I just need to say we're dealing with a minimum for a vertex. Minimum, that should be an M, not an English teacher. Maximum, boom, throw it up at the top, that is your maximum. Okay, down here, negative A term, boom, that's all I gotta look at. It's a negative, therefore it's going to open downward, making the umbrella shape. I'm dealing with a maximum. And last but not least, try it on your own before I give you the answer. See if you get it right. Hopefully you're looking right there at that term. It's negative, therefore we're dealing with an umbrella shape. Your answer should have been, this will have a maximum. Hopefully this helps you to understand what these parabolas look like prior to even having to graph them. It's always wise to kind of have an idea of what should this look like when I'm done. Study hard and good luck on your upcoming test.